NHL fans have finally been introduced to the world of 3-on-3 overtime this season, and this weekend at the 2016 NHL All-Star Game, you're going to get a whole tournament of 3-on-3. So if you weren't all that familiar with the format before, well, you're about to be. And of course, we have some of the NHL's best, brightest, amazing hockey players in Nashville for this 3-on-3 tournament, but I have a question for you. I was asked this during a segment at the end of my podcast called The Press Conference. Who would your dream 3-on-3 team be? There's no restrictions, so don't worry about them being on the same team, don't worry about same division, conference, whatever. So you start thinking about the league's most amazing stars and highest scorers, right? Obviously, you go to Sidney Crosby, you go Alex Ovechkin, Patrick Kane is certainly leading the league in scoring right now. And the player I'm about to mention is currently tied for 9th in NHL scoring, but because he's young, he hasn't quite built up the profile of the other guys I just mentioned. Johnny Gaudreau. Overtime winner after overtime winner after overtime winner. Johnny Gaudreau is proving to be one of the most lethal, if not the most lethal players in the NHL when it comes to 3-on-3. He's on my team. Well then, who do you got? He had a slow start, but you've seen how he's played lately. How do you say no to Sidney Crosby? He didn't have a slow start, and he continues to be amazing. How do you say no to Alex Ovechkin? They've been top 3 in scoring since the season began. How do you say no to either of Tyler Seguin or Jamie Benn? And you know what? All of those guys for 3-on-3 are absolutely fantastic answers, but just to be difficult, I'm going to say Claude Giroux. Did you see that freaking video recently where they're firing the pucks at him and he's just zorroing around them? Claude Giroux is so dirty. And remember, this isn't 5-on-5, it's not even 4-on-4, it's 3-on-3, which is just a hair above shinny. Back checking, whatever, show me some dangles. Which leads me to this question. Some coaches like to use 2 defensemen in 3-on-3. Those coaches are wrong. Unless you have 2 Erik Karlssons on your team, I don't know why you would do that. So I'm sitting here and I'm about to pick my defenseman, which by the way, it's Erik Karlsson, and I'm about to pick my 3rd guy. Why does it have to be a defenseman? Again, it's not 5-on-5, it's a circus. What if you had a forward who could skate backwards really well? Just use that guy. Which is why I picked Erik Karlsson. Because people tell me that Erik Karlsson is a defender and he's won the Norris, so I believe them. But then I look at his numbers and I go, no. And in net, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, does it? They're just kind of screwed regardless. Just spin the wheel, doesn't matter. Price, Luongo, Holtby. Okay, I landed on Braden Holtby, so he's my goalie. So to recap, my dream 3-on-3 team is Johnny Gaudreau, Claude Giroux, Erik Karlsson, and Braden Holtby. Who is yours? You know what? I'm going to make it even more difficult, and I can't wait to see your answers in the comment section. Make your dream 3-on-3 team for each decade. And right now your mind is racing. Oh, you got to have Gretzky in there. You got to have Lemieux in there. Well, wait. They played at the same time as Pavel Bure. And you might be going, yeah, Pavel Bure was great, but he wasn't Mario Lemieux or Wayne Gretzky. Doesn't matter, man. 3-on-3. Even better, maybe even more difficult. You can pick any players that have ever played for your favorite team. Make a dream 3-on-3 team. Like, for example, the Edmonton Oilers. You have had generations, dynasties of offensive assassins. But it's 3-on-3. Does Connor McDavid make that team? Steve, how can you say that? He hasn't even played 20 games. I'm just saying, man. I'm just look at it. It's crazy. Here's a weird one for the Leafs. You think of the greats of all time. You think of Salming. Yeah, he might make the team. Sundin, Sittler, Keon. What about Sergei Berezin and Mike Gardner because speed kills? From Montreal, imagine PK Subban feeding passes to the Rocket. Look, we're getting goofy and we're getting silly. That's what the All-Star Game is, though. So if you're getting all worked up about this video, just calm down, relax those shoulders a little bit, and just enjoy the All-Star weekend. I can't relax. Did you just say Sergei freaking Berezin?